I've always been independent, but I never realized how important independence was to me until I lost it. But halfway through the flight, I remember just feeling really nauseous. So I got up to go to the bathroom, and that was the last thing I remember. I had never fainted before. Everyone around me just kept saying, "You hit your head really hard." Woke up the next morning. Something was weird. I couldn't, a song would play and then I would forget what song was just on the radio. And then I got to work and I just remember being on my computer and I couldn't type. I couldn't remember how to spell any of the words I wanted to spell. My head was just so foggy and I was out of it. And I remember calling my doctor and saying, "Something's wrong with me." The doctor was like, "Well, you could go see a neurologist, but I don't really think that there's anything there." She didn't really believe me. I went to the grocery store and, I couldn't remember the 3 things I came there to get. I didn't talk much because, I live by myself, but I remember my mom called me trying to talk to her and my speech was just molasses. I was pretending I was okay and I was trying so hard to be okay because I didn't know what the other option was. Crazy insomnia. It felt like I was dying. And I would get to work at 6 a.m. for anyone else because if I died there, people would be there, they would see me. I remember just sitting under my desk and just crying. And I thought, I can't do this anymore. I didn't know how to get better. And I was just holding this bottle of pills. And I just remember thinking, this is it. This is the moment where you live or you die. It's right now. And I just thought I could take the rest of these pills and I could take more and it could be done. But eventually I got up. And that's when I decided I need to move back home. So 5 months after my accident, I made the decision to go on disability. About a week after I'd been home, my mom called me. She saw a little ad about a seminar about sports-related concussions. And she thought, maybe you should go. And that's when I learned about the Brain Injury Alliance of Washington. And I remember being on the website and it has this sentence that just said, "You're not alone." That was the first time, just reading that sentence, that I felt like maybe I wasn't alone. So I called. I talked to someone. She asked if I had a neuropsych test done. I said I didn't even know what that was. She said, "Call this number. We'll get you set up with someone. We have a lot of information. We can help you." The Brain Injury Alliance connected me with medical providers that I needed, and I was going to some form of rehab or therapy at least once a day. I would kind of push myself a little and was successful at it. Sometimes I think people, all they see is tears. That's all they see when there's so much more behind it. And when I went to the Brain Injury Alliance and meeting everyone there, it was just like a community of people who just understood. What mattered was that they cared. There's so much that's unknown. When you break a bone, we have x-rays and we know how to fix that. But when it comes to your brain, it's the most complex part of your body. And so figuring out how to fix that is hard. After 6 or 7 months, I was doing great. I felt good enough to start working again. It just reminds me that I can do really difficult things. And the Brain Injury Alliance gave me what I needed to get my life back on track.